Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums, 'tis I, Captain of the Steves. And today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, I want to talk a little bit about what might be to come inside of the Quicksilver store very soon. So let's jump on over. There's some more things I want to talk to you about as well, like the expedition ending and what that might mean. But anyway, let's jump on over to the old Tinterweb, shall we? Let's have a quick look-see at these Quicksilver items. Okay, right, so these were sent over to me by Dragon Sire over on Twitter. Thank you very much, Dragon Sire. So these look like they could be for base parts and all that sort of shenanigans. But yeah, look at that. It almost looks like a nuclear explosion, that one. Pretty darn freaking sweet. We got this rock here. Let's see if we can make that a bit bigger. Let's go for 300%. And we've got this one here, which looks almost crystalline. It looks like toffee, doesn't it? Or fudge. Fudging heck yeah. We got this little plant, this little shrubbery. And we got a rock there. It looks like it's made out of cobalt. Could be Atlas Free Eye, couldn't it? Free Eye Atlas. And we got this one here, which looks quite frosty, which would be nice for the lead up to Christmas. And we got this guy that looks a little bit toxic, and Toxic Avenger, I guess. This one, that just looks kind of nice. You just kind of want to stroke that one. Yeah, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Quite lovely. And we've got this one over here. Yeah, lovely. It's like an undersea barnacle thing. And I think that's it. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all the Quicksilver items that should be coming into the Quicksilver store. Now, why do I want to talk about Quicksilver store? Okay, chums, so the little bar above the Quicksilver store, you can see there 2 nodules are full, and then we've got a little bit of turquoise, meaning that we're halfway through, well, not even halfway, getting close to, I'd say maybe 38%, something like that. 39%, yes, and we've already unlocked these 2. The weird thing is, though, this bar hasn't moved since the 31st of October. 31st of October, it stood still. I'll show you evidence for that in a moment. But yeah, it seems a little bit weird that the Quicksilver just completely stopped running. Completely stopped. Well, chums, I'm over on the old Tinterwebs, and we're going to be looking at the community missions here on the No Man's Sky Assistant app. Now, you can view this on mobile as well, but if I hit this community missions, and if I click on this community mission progress tracker, this is quite a lovely little graph. And you can see here, roughly around, well, exactly around, the 31st of October, the Quicksilver store items just completely bottomed out. About 1 PM. And they have stayed flatlined all the way up to now. Now, it was actually Coffee Chaos, Super Soccer Bear, that brought this to my attention, so salutamondo. But yeah, pretty darn freaking odd. From the 31st of October, Quicksilver just went kaput, people. And all those other items that I showed you from Dragon Sire, now, you would have thought they would have gone into the queue. Nothing has gone into the queue as yet. I mean, they could trickle over and be expedition rewards. I highly doubt it. They do look like Quicksilver type stuff if I've ever did see Quicksilver stuff. So, hopefully these are going to start up at some point again. But we don't know whether this is a bug or whether it's a feature. We don't know what the fudge is going on, because the communiques is rather lackadaisical.
Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain. Heck yeah, why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much.
Something else that's completely stopped is featured bases. I mean, all these featured bases that are here have been here now for frickin' eons. Well, there we go. Those screenshots finally decided they wanted to show up. But there we go. They've been there for eons. That stopped as well. I don't know why Hello Games isn't rotating out the featured bases as often as they used to. I'm wondering whether I'm hoping it's because they're addressing the base trolling issues that a lot of these bases have now experienced. Chums, would you look in with your eye peepers down there? It says the Breach Expedition is available, but the time remaining is only 2 days left. And even when you go to a new game, that tile also says 2 days remaining. If this was a bug, I would have thought Hello Games would have tweaked it and fixed it by now. I don't think it is a bug. So I kind of feel that perhaps what we've been alluded to over on the Twitterverse might be true. You're probably thinking, well, what's over on the Twitterverse, the Steve? I will show you. Okay, chums, so Cyberpunk. He tweeted out this to say, that the actual expedition itself has been shortened by a week. So yeah, but there's some good news. They're saying that there is another expedition, Expedition 21, that is set to start on the 7th of November. Now, if I just bring up a calendar on my separate screen here, the 7th of November is actually a Friday. Now, they did the Orbital expedition, where they done it free to play for a whole weekend, and I believe that went live on a Friday. I mean, I'll just double check. 1 second. Okay, so it was February the 15th of 2024. Let's see what day that was on the old calendar. Right, chums. Well, going by this calendar, February the 15th was actually a Thursday. It was a Thursday. And it says there, it was going live. Oh, it actually says on the screen. Oh, I could have saw that right there. Thursday the 15th to Monday the 19th for the full weekend. They could do something very similar to that. Run it from the Friday to the Monday, couldn't they? I got a feeling that they could do something along those lines, people. I'm not going to rule it out. It seems the most likely of things anyway. I mean, originally, this expedition was supposed to run until November the 12th. So yeah, it shaved off nearly a week, isn't it? So yeah, it's one of those. But there's not been any announcement, no communique from freaking Hello Games, nothing from Sean and the Murrays saying, oh, just as a heads up, we've actually shortened this expedition. Nothing along those lines. So who knows, people? Who knows? Anyway, chums, I've got a bit of man flu, got a bit of man lurgy. You may have heard some coughing in the background. So has my stepson, so has Ivy. We've all got it. We've all got the freaking plague, people. So, yeah, doing the best. We'll be doing the final Halloween base tours this evening. Hopefully see you for that. And then, I'm not too sure what's going on with the rest of the week. But hopefully we're going to have some tantalising tidbits of news come the Thursday or Friday when it comes to the ending off of this expedition. I must say, it's going to be a surprise whatever does happen, and I'm quite eager to see what happens. I mean, nothing might not happen. We might just get a lot of dead air and no communique, and then perhaps the reduxes, the reruns of all the expeditions this year, happening tail end of November through to February. Let's see, people. But I am hoping to see Hello Games nab a couple of awards at the Golden Joystick Awards that are coming up very, very shortly. And then in December, there is the Game Awards. And I'm hoping to hear something maybe new on Light No Fire then. So there's still some exciting things happening this year. Things happening this year, people. Anyway, I better say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. And goodbye again. Cheerio.